All right, real question. How many police games have you played where you technically do everything right and it still feels fake as hell? Because that's where I'm at right now. Every update screams more realism, but I'm starting to think that nobody actually knows what a real police simulator is supposed to feel like. And before anyone jumps in the comments, I'm not saying these games are trash. I'm saying they're all close, but like frustratingly close. This simulates procedures, not real policing, and those are not the same thing. I respond to a call, I do the steps, I look at the ID, I check the police computer, I check the correct buttons, and the game goes, good job, officer. But nothing that felt really real. There's no uncertainty, no judgment call, no moment where I thought, wait, is this the right thing to do here? Am I in trouble? Am I in danger? It's all just a checklist. I know that people have had perspectives with FiveM servers as well. So have I. I ran Michigan 5PD with a couple of friends of mine. And honestly, it was just a bunch of janky framework, volunteer admins, but yet still somehow felt closer to real policing than these full price police simulators. Here's the real problem. Real policing, from what we know in footage reports or basic human interaction, isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about making mistakes and decisions with incomplete information. And police simulators hate that. They want one correct answer, one correct charge, and one correct outcome. But in real life, it's just messy. Sometimes letting someone go is the right call. Writing tickets can make people worse. It can escalate things, take things out of hand. Games don't want to touch that. And that's why updates aren't going to fix the core issue. You can add more calls, more crimes, more gear. But if every situation just boils down to, did you follow the flow chart? Did you check all the boxes? It's not a simulation. It's a training video with some XP attached to it. A real police simulator would make you uncomfortable, let you make the wrong decision on a call without immediately punishing you, make consequences show up later, not instantly, and track your reputation of building public trust with internal reviews. Sometimes reward resistance instead of immediate action. And yeah, that would piss some players off, but it would be honest and it would be the best simulation game we've had for police simulators thus far. And I get it. There's reasons why no one makes a game like this. It's risky, it's complicated, and the second you do it wrong, people are going to come for you. So instead, we get these safe systems with predictable approaches, but they can be fun, don't get me wrong, but they're not real ones. And I don't blame you if you're the developers. Honestly, if you're a studio, what are you going to do? Make a system where the players get yelled at for everything they do that's by the book? Make a game where something's fun, sometimes not acting. It's a hard sell. And honestly, players are going to be trained to optimize. We want the green check mark. We want the XP. We want the game to tell us to do the right thing. And policing, real policing that is, doesn't do that. And that's why most of these games flatten everything into rules. You didn't think, you complied. And that works for the game loop, but it doesn't work for a simulation. And here's the other thing that people don't talk about. A real police simulator wouldn't just judge your actions. It would judge the system around you, your partner, your department, your supervisor. You make a call and maybe nothing happens right away, but 3 shifts later, internal reviews, public complaints, maybe you're technically right, but you're still in trouble. Games hate delayed consequences. Players hate them even more, myself included. Yet that's exactly what a police simulator should do. That's why FiveM gets brought up so much. Not because it's perfect, not because it's realistic in a technical sense, but because it lets people have that uncertainty. You don't know how the guy you stopped is going to react. You don't know if chat's going to roast you for a decision you make. The tension, that's the missing piece. So when I say real police simulator, I'm not talking about hyper-realistic radios and more button options. I'm asking for a game that lets you be wrong without immediately telling you. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe the closer you get to realism, the less comfortable it becomes, the less police fantasy it becomes, and the more responsibility is. And that's maybe why no one's crossed that line yet. And honestly, I don't even know if I'd enjoy that game long term, but I definitely respect the hell out of it. Because at the end of the day, a real police simulator wouldn't be about being powerful. It'd be about feeling responsible. That person's life is in your hands. Second guessing yourself, realizing there wasn't a perfect answer. About knowing that nothing you do sometimes on a call is the correct answer. Maybe that's not a game everyone wants, but I think it's a game that someone should finally be brave enough to make. So yeah, Can we finally get someone to make a real police simulator, or is the genre just going to be safe forever?